Have you ever walked away from a conversation and then spent hours analyzing everything you said while everyone else forgot it happened? What if that isn't just overthinking? What if it's proof your brain works on a different frequency? Here's the plot twist. Most people think knowing yourself brings peace. In reality, the deeper your self-awareness goes, the more chaotic things get. Stay until sign number 5, the identity paradox, because it explains why hyper-aware people often feel the most lost. Sign 1, you analyze everything you do. Imagine sending a simple 2-word text. 5 minutes later, your brain starts firing questions. Did that sound passive-aggressive? Should I have added an emoji? Why did I say it like that? Most people send a message and move on. Painfully self-aware people send a message and audit their intention from 5 different angles. The benefit? You spot mistakes before anyone else does. The downside? Your brain feels like a courtroom that never adjourns. And that internal radar doesn't just scan you, it scans everyone else too. Sign 2. You read micro changes in people. A friend takes longer to reply. A coworker's tone sounds slightly different. Someone breaks eye contact for a split second. And you notice every detail. Your brain asks, did I do something wrong? But here's something strange. People who constantly monitor social signals aren't always more accurate. Sometimes, they're simply carrying more emotional weight than they should. That delayed reply or awkward tone often has nothing to do with you. But hyper-aware people absorb emotions that were never theirs to carry. They don't just exist in a room, they absorb its atmosphere. Sign 3. You see your own contradictions. One day, you crave freedom. The next day, you desperately want structure. You value confidence. Yet you constantly second-guess your achievements. Most people ignore their contradictions. Painfully self-aware people see every single one in full high definition. And that creates a quiet tension. Because the more you look inward, the more you realize you aren't one simple person. You're a crowd of competing ideas. Quick question. Does your brain ever feel like it's arguing with itself? If yes, you're definitely not alone. Sign 4. Compliments feel uncomfortable. Someone looks at you and says, "You're so capable." Instead of accepting it, your brain instantly pulls up a catalog of flaws and doubts. Because you see the behind-the-scenes version of yourself. You know the mistakes, insecurities, and struggles nobody else sees. And that's why praise often feels incomplete, almost uncomfortable. Sign 5. The identity paradox. Here is the final paradox. Society tells us self-awareness gives clarity, but extreme self-awareness can create the opposite effect. You constantly ask, why did I react like that? Is this my real personality or a coping mechanism? Who am I when nobody is watching? The deeper you dig, the more layers you discover. Eventually, the biggest mystery becomes yourself. Highly self-aware people don't feel misunderstood by others. They feel misunderstood by themselves. A simple takeaway. The next time your mind starts an internal investigation, pause. Ask yourself one question. Is this reflection or rumination? Reflection leads to insight. Rumination creates an endless loop. If a thought isn't helping you grow, it's simply mental noise. Before you go, which of these 5 signs felt most familiar? Maybe being painfully self-aware isn't a weakness. Maybe the real challenge is learning when to observe yourself and when to simply live, because a mind that never stops analyzing can easily forget how to experience life. If you enjoy understanding the hidden patterns behind thoughts and behavior, subscribe to Mind Behind Choices. The more clearly you understand your mind, the better choices you make. Until next time, keep questioning, but don't forget to live.